Well, I'm very happy today to be talking to none other than Felix. And hello from Australia, Felix De Becker. Am I saying your name right? Can you please say it for me? in case?
Yes, thank you. So yeah, my name is Felixe De Becker. That's like the French way, but Felix works as well. Yeah.
Were you born in Belgium and you've made your way over to the United States to work? How did that happen? Were you always wanting to be an actor in America, or tell me your story briefly?
Yes, of course. So yeah, I was born in Belgium, Brussels, and then I studied acting in Paris, actually.
Oh, cool.
Um, and then I did a little bit of theater and like short films there. And then actually I met an American boyfriend. And so I like moved to like New York for him. But I always dreamed of like I always dreamed of living in New York. So it was kind of like a dream came true to like move to New York. And then I actually discovered Los Angeles, and I moved to Los Angeles, and I actually much prefer Los Angeles now. So yes, I moved to LA 3 years ago.
That's awesome. I think that's lovely and romantic that you went and met an American boyfriend and moved to another country. That's cool.
Yeah. Yes.
You could make a movie out of that.
Yeah, I know. And my English was terrible, terrible at the time. I was actually studying English because I was starting to do like acting training in English in Paris. And so
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I figured like I should practice my English. It was really, really bad. And then I met him in Rome. And then like we couldn't really understand each other for a while. And then yes, and then I moved to New York. Yeah.
Congratulations. And you're having a great career so far. You're an actor, you're a writer. We're here mostly to talk about Laguna Avenue, a movie I just watched, an independent film. You have a small role, but it's significant and it's funny. You have some really cool lines in it.
Thank
Tell
you.
me how you got the role of Karina. Did you get a role through friends? Did you have to audition?
Yeah, I had to audition, and it was really I remember the audition actually. It was like, now it's like almost, it was like 2 years ago. But yeah, I got the audition. And they were really friendly,
Yeah.
and it was like it felt like really nice, and yeah, and I got the part like that.
Are you anything like Karina? Because Karina's promiscuous, very carefree, laid back, very forward. Are you anything like her?
Actually, I think I'm more introvert and way more shy than Karina. Um, she is definitely like very um provocative, I would say, like, but like in a really ingenuine and candid way. And I love, love, love that character so much. I love the scene with Russell. I think it was a great challenge for me,
Mm.
because it was like, like reconnecting with my flirtatious and femininity. And yeah, it was a great opportunity to experience, to work on that, and to be like a little, yeah, provocative. That was really nice. Yeah. And I'm not like that in real life, actually.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm very quiet and I like to be incognito, just in the background. But Karina is not. She's straight up the front saying what she wants to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I love that. And no, I think like in real life, like I would not be like openly like flirtatious like that.
No.
I'm a little bit more shy.
Did you write any of your own dialogue being a writer, or did you just use their script?
Yeah, I usually I like to respect like the lines, and
Yeah,
unless, yeah, of course, like unless there's like a conversation with the director that
yep.
want to be like more improvise, like, but otherwise I try to respect. So no, I didn't want to bring any inputs as a writer in it.
Now, it was filmed a couple of years ago. Was that before COVID hit, or was there COVID restrictions during the project?
It was before. It
Oh,
was yeah, that was actually really nice. It was yeah, it was before, and I think it was like in June, and so like almost a year before. So I'm thankful it
that's
was
right.
before we did it. Yeah.
And what about the sets? It looked like they were real sets or real houses. And did you get permits? Because it looked like it was someone's own apartment or place.
I think no, it was definitely on set, like in a real house. I think it was actually in the real house that they used to live, like
Oh,
on Laguna Avenue in Los
yes.
Angeles. And it actually it's funny because it's really close to my house. I live in Echo Park, so
I love
it,
Echo Park.
yeah, like now when I like pass in front of Laguna, I always think about the shoot. But I don't know. I don't know about the permits actually. I'm sure they had permits.
Let's hope so. uh, Speaking of Echo Park, you know there's a movie from the 80s called Echo Park? It's a romantic comedy.
No,
Yeah. Tom Hulce and I can't remember who else is in it. D Wallace maybe, but it's very funny. Try and
really?
suss it out. Yeah, it's really good. It's called Echo
Cool.
Park and it's filmed all around that area.
Yeah, I wish I saw Echo Park before because I moved 3 years ago in Echo Park, and I heard that it's changing a lot, and
Yeah.
even in 3 years actually I can see the change in 3 years. But I'll definitely check out the film.
If you can find it. I don't think it's D Wallace. I think I got that wrong, but it's definitely Tom Hulce, who played Amadeus in the movie Amadeus.
Okay.
So that guy.
Oh, cool.
Auditioning, is that harder now with COVID? Are you sending in a lot of self-tapes or are you just writing your own material now?
Um, Actually, yeah, it's gonna be more self tapes. And no, it definitely like slowed down for me, to be honest. Like I'm hoping it's gonna get back to normal soon. Just because yeah, I feel like it had an impact for
Yeah.
me in auditioning. Because also like I was just like I was really fresh and new in LA. And so I had like this like momentum that kind of like got a little like
Yeah.
stopped, with COVID. So
Oh.
it's okay. I'm just ready. I'm ready for when things will get
Do you
back.
find it hard having an accent or is that easier to get a role? Or, what do you find it to be?
I it's funny because like actually like for the role that I get now, they want me to have a really strong French accent. So now I need to practice my French accent.
Well, it's coming across pretty strong to me. What about acting and writing? Which is the most difficult or the most challenging for you?
Writing is definitely harder for me, because mm, I studied acting before, and acting was my first passion, and I knew I wanted to be an actor for a while, and
Yeah.
writing was a very different experience. Like you have to be alone, and I'm a really social person. That's really hard for me to just like be home writing on my computer. Like I just want to be with my friends and be on set with people.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, you don't want to be sitting in a room writing all day. You've got to have a break, time out.
Yes.
Tell me about your shorts. You've been in a lot of short films. Two Paper Nightingales in particular looks interesting. I haven't seen it, but are there any of your previous short films that you like to talk about or one that you'd like to recommend?
Actually, To Purple Nightingale was a really nice, very nice experience. It was in costume, so I had to like wear this like really old-fashioned dress,
Yeah.
and it was like in a studio, so it was great to like feel like in a castle, like an old castle. It was just studio. So I love that. That was cool. But I also I like wrote myself a role, and it's like the film Ictus, and I co-directed with one of my best friends called Georgia Azoulay. And so she came from Paris to LA just before the pandemic hit. Like we shot literally like 2 weeks before, and
Oh, lucky. That's
we
great.
got so lucky because my DP as well came from Paris to LA. So yeah, it could have been canceled if it was just a little later. And so I wrote this like short film about the Times Up and like the Me Too movement and the abuse of power. So it was all set in like a closed environment in a theater with a conductor, and
Yep.
I was his assistant. So that was kind of like the fight. We shot like Georgia. It was really sensitive enough to make it really subtle, and
Good.
it was great to like work in front of the camera, but as well as behind for the first time, to be like both in front and yeah, it was a great experience. It was my first time doing both kind of thing. Yeah.
And made you want to do more, probably. Makes you
Yes,
want to
yes,
keep going.
yes, exactly. Yes.
With the Me Too movement and Time's Up, I mean, you being a young actor, have you ever come across any hurdles or difficulties in your career, or has it been okay?
Um, I would say I had been pretty lucky that
That's good.
nothing but I definitely like met some men who, when I was really really young, who would like, be in this industry, who would like
Yeah.
definitely take advantage of my young age. And now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty, it's pretty fucked up, but I luckily never got into troubles. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to hear that, because it's as much that there's so much changed in our industry. There's still a lot more to do, but I'm glad
Yeah.
that you came through okay at this point, which is things are very much moving forward. I love it.
Yes, for me, it's like really a matter of now, like, um,
Mm,
give more opportunity for women
mm.
to direct and to write and to tell their stories, and give them the funding that they need to make their voice heard. And
It's
I think that
happening. It's happening so much now. It's good.
exactly, yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Tell me, when you were a little girl and you wanted to do acting, you grew up in Belgium and studied in France. Did you do music as well? Can you play musical instruments, or can you sing?
I can sing and I can dance.
That's good.
But they really tried to teach me piano, and it really did not work.
Oh,
Yeah. I wish now that I played something, like, because also like in a lot of auditions, and actually like role that I have, most of the time I have to play the piano. Not most of the time, but really often the role requires me to play the piano, and I still don't know it. So I should probably get back at it.
one of the things I don't like in movies is when you see someone playing the piano and then you see their hands and it's someone else's hands. I mean, they should, there's so much technology now. They don't have to make it that obvious.
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
well. What about surfing or sport? Can you surf, or is there any sports that you like playing or watching?
I surf definitely not. Sadly, I know I'm in LA. I should be a surfer, but I'm actually really scared of the waves. So
And
I don't,
sharks?
yeah, I don't think, yeah, sharks. No, I don't think it's gonna be in this lifetime.
Okay.
Um, no, but I mean, I love I love sport. I do, but it's more like Pilates and yoga.
Yeah, right.
Pilates is great for actors because of like the position of the body. Like I feel like that really helps. Yeah.
Pilates, as in Pilates. That's how we
Pilates.
say it
Oh, Pilates.
in Australia, anyway. Uh, do you have a favorite snack or a favorite thing that you like to eat when you're at the movies or at home?
Um, so in France, we don't really eat really like during movies, and so
Okay.
um like sometimes like French can be really snob when they watch a movie. It has to be like an experience, like you cannot like eat in the same time. So I don't really like have like snacks when I watch a movie. Um, and I recently discovered peanut butter because I never had peanut butter before. in
Really?
Europe. No, we don't eat peanut butter
Hmm.
in Belgium and France, so that's something I started to do like recently.
Okay. That sounds different. You're
Yes.
just discovering it. That's good. Uh, and so does that mean in France there's no popcorn at the movies?
No, they do, but I feel like no, they do, but it's less common. I feel like here
Yeah,
it's more like a thing to do. Yeah.
true. What about an actor that you've never worked with? Is there an actor that you'd love to do a project with? One or
Oh
two that you
wow.
admire?
Yeah, that's a great question actually. Yeah, I mean a lot of so
I
many
bet
actors.
there's a lot.
Yeah. I One of my inspirational like actress that inspire me is Kate Blanchett. Um
She's Australian.
yes, she is. That's true. Wow, I forgot about that. So I would love to play with her, and yeah, that would be amazing. I feel like I would learn so much just by meeting her. So that would be amazing. Yeah.
Well, I've interviewed her, so 1 degree of separation.
Yes. Perfect.
Kate Blanchett's wonderful. She's a great Australian icon and actress, and so versatile. So if that's your inspiration,
Mhm.
good for you. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Australia? Speaking of Australia, have you traveled down under?
No, not yet. I will one day. But no, I haven't. No.
Couple more questions before we wrap it up. Tell me something about Felix that nobody knows about you. Is there something you do or something that nobody knows?
Um, I think it's like I mean that nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Oh wow. Um, I feel like I'm not really secretive. Like I feel like
That's
I'm
good.
pretty like I like to share like everything with my friends. Um so recently I think something that I've started to do, I've started to do like a full moon gathering with women.
Yep,
So we share an evening every full moon for a year and a half. So that's something. It's not like secret, but it's something that not everybody knows, and it's
that's
like
cool.
yeah, it's something that I cherish because I want women to be stronger with themselves, and so
Yeah,
I like to encourage women to be more like without men and like just be like in an intimate and trust environment where we can help each other and give counseling and advice for each other. Yeah.
that's really cool. That's different and something that's lovely for people to get together at that time. And you got the full moon, which looks beautiful, and then you're around some nice people. Good
Yes,
for you
exactly.
doing
Yeah.
that. Well, last question. Laguna Avenue, are we going to see you work with Russell and the crew again, or is there anything coming up you can tell me about in the future?
I would love to work with the team again. If there's like a Laguna Avenue 2, I'm down.
Yep.
because I think we need to like, I mean, it would be awesome to see the
Karina
what's
is back.
happening. Yes, exactly. And no, so far I only have like another project, two projects for 2022. One with a French director I'm really excited to work with because he's a young French director in LA, and so I'm excited to work with French people in California. That would be
Oh, yeah.
a cool experience. Yeah.
Well, Laguna Avenue is kind of an experimental movie. I hope it's popular because there's streaming services now. Movies can get lost, but it also means that more people can see them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's showing in the UK and Australia, and it's the US. So good luck. I hope it opens some doors for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.